Hello there, commanders, and welcome to another episode of Gladiator faction preview. This time we have a combination of Gladiator unit type and Crixus. Previously we have previewed it on Spartacus, and if you watched the previous videos then you know how I'm recording this and what's the schedule and so on. So I'll not get into that. So we'll be focusing mainly on comparing Crixus and Spartacus on these units and deciding which one would be better. So first of all, we do not have charge, and that charge is quite powerful on Spartacus. We have our adrenaline rush, which gives us melee attack for a little bit after the fight starts. Also a nice route over there. You can trap the combat axle. And then let's use our undefeated and let's start stacking our buffs. So it was, well, so Spartacus, the combo for Spartacus was use champion to increase your melee attack so that it's easier for you to land execute. But if you have a lot of melee, enemies, yes, okay, undefeated still lasts. There we go, let's go. To make execute easier to land, because it's a very powerful strike, but you need to land it. So this gives us plus 50 melee attack if we have 9 units inside our circle. So if you are in a huge block fight like this one, then the Crixus might be stronger, gives you more melee attack, this gives you more melee damage, this lowers melee defense. So let's try pulling through a little bit, make a really powerful strike. There we go. First we're going to use this one, whatever it is called, overpower. Then we're going to use this one. And now, finally, we're going to use... Come on, we get ability to use. See, so I missed the actual minus 20% melee defense of it. So yeah, it will be difficult. This lasts 10 seconds, so use this first, use this second, and use this third, I guess. Also, this is on a longer cooldown, so you'll be able to do it only for the first initial combo. Also, let's just use our defensive buff. Okay, lower the defense, and then strike with execute. So we cannot fit 2 executes within one buff, which is sad. But then you can use this one. And you can just sort of rotate it. So, a vicious assault into execute, and then overpower into another execute, and by that time, vicious assault will also be almost off cooldown. It's 45, but it's 15, so you can have 3 strikes with it. Let's use overpower first, and then execute. It's kind of hard to notice how those strikes are landing because, well, we don't have any visible models to work with. And I think it's a difficult question whether Spartacus or Crixus is better. Because Crixus stacks melee weapon damage better, as he has 2 abilities that increase it. One pretty much permanently, but also depending on the amount of units is around him. So it might not be as strong as it may seem. But it doesn't increase the melee attack that much. The only source of bonus melee attack is from undefeated, and that's pretty much it. Also, the unit itself provides minus 20% melee defense, which also counts. But is it enough to land a lot of hits with execute? I don't know, that's something that's going to test. It also depends obviously on the unit you're facing. If you're facing Spears, it's pretty much the worst enemy, as it has they have higher melee defense and lower melee attack, so they're just overall more tanky. As we got a backup again. Good job, Arnie, but yeah, that doesn't matter. I'm speedrunning this video, so I'm not going to wait for the battle to finish, and that's a mistake that I have made in 2 of my previous battles, where they were unnecessarily long, and now I'm running out of time. But I also initially thought that I would have much less time, and I would just do 4 episodes, and then suddenly, oh, we're going to be a little bit later. So now I'm trying to squeeze the additional 4 episodes. It's pretty daunting. So yeah, let's see how the unit performs against swords rather than spears, and how much I will be able to land. So let's lower their morale, so melee defense, and now use. Yeah, that's pretty a lot of hits landed. Also, we have lost undefeated. We'll be back in 30 seconds. But yeah, we're running out of HP bars and morale, so that's quite unfortunate. So try running away. Secret technique. Oof, javelins. Cool. But yeah, all I want to test here is the damage under being affected by undefeated. Also, yeah, we do have this, so it helps with initial attack, but then after being prolonged melee, which is kind of what you want with undefeated, you're not going to be able to use it. Okay, this sucked. Maybe I didn't get a connection between them yet. Proper connection. But I think I did. Let's try it again. It's so loud, but he's not in fortify. It's decent, to be honest, and I don't have that many soldiers anymore.
Swordsman!
So it depends who you're facing. So if you're facing spearmen or some other high defense unit, like now Sulla in fortify, then Spartacus is better, and if you're not, you're facing low melee defense unit, then Crixus would be better. But I think it's really good, the fact that it's not a very clear answer. They're both really good. It's a really good unit. Execute is an amazing ability, I think. But then again, I'm considering it all solo. What if, as I said in the previous video as well, what if you have Hasdrubal with you? He heals you, and he gives you melee attack. You can have other commanders that boost your melee attack, like Caesar, like Liu Bei, I think, like Cao Cao. Well, the point is, there are plenty of them. There are also plenty, well, not maybe that plenty. I think melee attack ally buff is more common than melee weapon damage. So yeah, Crixus can benefit from getting melee attack from his allies. So if you have Hasdrubal, if you have other allies that can give you more melee attack, that Crixus. So it depends on your party, right? If somebody is playing, said Hasdrubal in a party, then you can go Crixus. If you don't have Hasdrubal in a party, then Spartacus may be better for solo performance. It also depends on who you're facing, and you're not going to know that unless you're playing in a tournament and it's a draft. Then you would know. But you see, there's so many arguments we've made, and to swing it both ways. So it's really up to you, dear players, dear viewers, to decide which one you prefer. So I think essentially, in the end, it will go down to personal preference. Do you prefer to have a charge, which Spartacus offers? Or do you prefer to have an indefinite... Well, actually, the other one is also indefinite, because it's 210 seconds cooldown, but 80 seconds duration, so you can have it all up all the time. Well, this one, you can technically have it all the time if you have a medley that lasts for 5 minutes. But it is some kind of missynergy between Adrenaline Rush and Undefeated, because Adrenaline Rush only works when you're out of melee, and this works only if you are in melee, although 10 seconds here, so maybe you get out of melee. But you know, realistically, when units get stuck, that doesn't work. So, yeah.
A new capture point has
anyway, I think I have swung the discussion back and forth so many times. So I'll leave that discussion up to you in the comments. I think I could be going for a solid 5 more minutes of it, but I'm on a very tight schedule as they literally dropped the news as I was leaving for vacation. Just this additional screw with me. It's like, haha, it's not Persia, it's Gladiators. Go record your videos in one day. Fuck you. And also, otherwise I'll just have 1 week, which would obviously be enough. But, well, last time they told us month in advance, but again, China was much bigger. 7 commanders more unit types as well. But yeah, I end this
A new
video
capture
here.
point has become
Couples bring the
available.
warning back to the west. Link in the description and on your screens, hopefully. And I'll see you in the next video and on Arena's battlefields, commanders, and the comment section.